Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back, and this time I'm gonna be doing a review and just kind of showing you how you can use Shemodern pigments. And they also have this this is called the magic powder dry color binding. I'm gonna show you how to use this. This is pretty cool. I already opened everything as usual. You will get everything that you actually get in a package. You will get tissues, 2 color pigments, and that magic powder, and you get the little thing where you bottle where you can put either acetone, alcohol. This time I'm going to be putting some water. I already did actually because and this one came with this little top, so you can use drops of water because you're gonna need them, so that's something new. Also, I have some of that water decals. This time I got some mushrooms. So I'm gonna show you different ways to use this magic powder. So I'm gonna use one of these plastic canvas just to mix. You will need a brush. On the other little bottle, I added some water. Like I said, I've been playing with it, and I just use it to kind of rinse my brush. So we're gonna get started. For this, I'm gonna be using, let me just open everything because I don't want to be like in the middle of a video opening any of these things, any of these bottles. And you get to choose whatever colors you want. It's up to you. I'm gonna be using fake nail tips, fake nails. So first of all, let me just get this out. Okay. And for the water decals, all you have to do, you can remove this film. You don't want to leave that film, because if you do, and then you will have problems. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut one of the big ones and try to cut it as close as you can to the actual image, because this is a water decal. So that way you don't end up with a lot of the film from the decal. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. So let me show you guys. I already cut it. Okay, so here I have the water. I already put the little top, and I'm just gonna drop some water there, and I'm just gonna leave it there. While that's doing that, I will go ahead and cut a little bit more, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. Okay, and again, I'm only putting some drops of water there. And I'm so glad they added some more water decals. Not that I mind the other foils, it's just, for me, the water decal is so much easier. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna add some of this pink, and this pigment has some glitter on it, and it's really pretty. So you control how much glitter you want in there. So I'm just gonna add some of this magic powder. And the more you add, it's gonna make it more like a paste. And just a drop of water, maybe 2. No, 1 should be. Let's see. I only add 1 for now. Now you're just gonna mix everything. If you feel like you definitely want more, you can add more pigment or more of that magic powder. If you want it thicker, just add more. one thing I gotta mention. One thing I did notice, it took a minute, I would say 10-15 minutes. I believe Shemodern usually uses like a little fan, like a nail fan they use, you know, those little fan, round ones. I think she has one on her, when she does her nail stuff, and that definitely helps with the drying time. Now, I don't have one of those, so I'm just gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do with this. Like I said, it will take like 10-15 minutes to actually dry, and then you can, I already have some white nail polish, and I can just go ahead and add some of that pigment, and I'm just gonna let it dry. Now, you can create a base for like for your nail art and stamp in the top. I'm gonna show you different things that you can actually do with this. So again, I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna flip it, and I'm just gonna put it on my stamper. Tap it so I can get rid of all the water, and I'm just gonna have some of that paste, and I'm just gonna color in. Let me show you guys. Okay, so again, this is gonna take a while to dry, so I'm just gonna put it aside. So I'm just gonna rinse my brush so I can do another color, and let's see. So I'm just gonna grab a cotton, and I'm just gonna put some alcohol so I can wipe that. Alright. Okay. So we're gonna do the same thing, but this time I'm gonna use this one. And again, this one also has some glitter on it. Okay. And a drop of water. Okay. So, gonna mix. If you feel like you want it more opaque, like the color, you can add more of that pigment. You control how much pigment you want on this. That's why these bottles are actually very helpful, because you don't waste that much product. Okay. More of that magic powder. It's just gonna make it thicker. Okay. And again, don't forget that I'm using a black base. I have white nail polish in the bottom of this. And okay, so I'm just gonna remove this for a minute, and I'm just gonna put another one right there. It already has white polish, so I'm just gonna pick up another of this water decal. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it on the nail. Oops. Okay, so I need a little bit of the water. Okay. So once you decide where you want your mushroom, your water decal, whatever you're working with. Make sure you get rid of all that water. So that's why I'm just tapping it with my finger. Okay, once I get rid of the water, I'm just gonna use some of this pigment, and I'm gonna go over. Now, this is a part where I usually prefer the previous method of like putting a stamper, flip it, and just coloring from behind, just because you don't have to be so careful doing this. Definitely you can do this way. You just have to be patient, because I started doing it like really fast and it wasn't working. But as you guys can see, I'm doing it really careful, and definitely you can do it this way. I just think it's easier the other way. So this is ready. You just have to let it dry already. Like I said, it's gonna take a while to actually dry, unless you have one of those little fans. You can just go ahead and put it by your fan and let it dry. It will dry faster. I'm just rinsing my brush again, and I'm gonna continue with this. Hey guys, so for some reason my camera just went off, and so basically this one was dry, and what I did, I put some of that foil glue on top of the mushroom. Okay, so I'm letting that dry. This one, let me show you guys. This one is completely dry, and what I did, I went ahead and used some of this peel off base, because this is foil. So if you add your top coat straight to that, you're gonna mess it up. Or if you have water-based top coat, you can also use that. So I'm gonna let that dry too, and before I add top coat. Now this one is still not completely dry, still a little bit wet in some parts. So before I need to let it dry, I can't just top coat. And this one, I touched it and the purple was still a little bit of wet. But I think I'm ready to stamp that one. So we're gonna go ahead and stamp this one. You know what, actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let this dry just a tiny bit more. While that's drying, I'm just gonna go ahead and place another fake nail on top of this nail display. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna, I think this is ready. This is with the foil glue. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my mushroom to the nail. Okay, and it looks pretty nice. And you can just rub this to make sure it lays flat on the nail before you top coat. But even before you top coat, you're gonna again use either a water-based top coat, or if you have a peel-off base. In this case, I have the UNT top coat. I'm just gonna peel off. I'm just gonna add some of that on top of it. Again, I'm just gonna let that dry. Okay, so I ended up with the mushroom I didn't use. Either I guess you can save that, or I don't know. But right now I'm just gonna stamp this. So let me just remove this. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm just gonna, oops, I'm creating a mess. I got that wet because I had some water there. Make sure you don't do that. Yeah, see, if this is dry and then if for some reason you put some water before you top coat, you're gonna end up with everything wet again. Oh no, you don't want that. Okay, so yeah, I kind of messed it up. Either I can wait for that, or I'm just gonna try to stamp on top of it and see what happens. But like I said, it was already dry, but there was some water there. My bad luck. Okay, so pick up the image, and I'm just gonna stamp it on top of that. Yeah, see, that's because it's wet. So that was my issue. I did that. It would have been fine, just like in the top. As you guys can see, it looks pretty nice on the top. It should have been all like that, but no, I had the little accident. But you know what? I'm not even gonna worry. I'm sure you guys know that if your pigments are dry, and then you won't have that problem. So I'm just gonna go ahead and top coat. Okay, so now you see the top part. This part right here looks actually really nice. So you can do this. You can do it this way, or like I did the other one. Let me just remove this. I'm just gonna place it here. Now this one, I'm just gonna top coat, even though it's still a little bit of wet. Like I said, if you have one of those little fans, you can just go ahead and use it. Probably gonna help you a lot with the drying time. I don't have one, and that looks really pretty. Okay, so here's another one. Okay. Okay, so let me I'm gonna go ahead and top coat everything. Should be fine. Oops. I feel like I'm being very messy today for some reason. Okay, so here's another one, and the last one. I actually really like this one. You just have to be very careful when applying the pigments, not to go over like any of the details of the water decal or the foil, whatever you're using. So let me place this right here. Alright, so I'm just gonna zoom, and I don't know what you guys like better. I mean, I like all of them. Of course I mess up that one, that looks horrible, but this is a really easy way to use this. Alright guys, so that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoy this Shemodern review, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!